Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. My name is Dean, and this is E&OE Whiskey. Welcome. Today I'll be tasting for you Blackened Blended Whiskey, batch number 92. This is from the rock band Metallica. Alcohol by volume is 45%, proof is 90 proof. No mash bill for this because it's a blended whiskey. Made mainly from bourbons, ryes, and whiskeys. So it's going to be at least 2 years of age. A marriage of the finest bourbons. And on the bottle, what they say on here is that this was born in cask, forged by sound. And what they mean by that is that during the time frame when this is being put into a cask, Metallica went ahead and hired a gentleman by the name of Dave Pickerel to help them blend this whiskey. Dave Pickerel used to be the master distiller for Maker's Mark and the founder of Whistle Pig whiskey out of Vermont. What they decided to do, though, to try to enhance the flavor of the whiskey more, was while it was in the cask in the rickhouse, they brought in a bunch of Metallica music and put it in speakers and played it at a very, very loud volume with massive subwoofers, get the low end frequencies to hit, so that way everything would vibrate and shake and allow the whiskey to work its way deeper into the wood, so it would pull more of the vanilla tones out to give it more of a sweeter flavor, which we'll find out here in a second if it actually worked. I also like to give a shout out to Dan Shea, a firefighter buddy of mine when I was in the Air Force. Dan got me this bottle, so thank you, Dan. And the reason why I couldn't find this bottle any place around here in Ohio is during the initial release, it was only released in California, Wisconsin, New York, and Florida. Only places you could actually get this whiskey. Eventually, it's going to become a nationwide product to be purchased, but until Metallica actually gets their distillery opened up in Santa Monica, California, which is going to be called, I got the name here, sorry, Sweet Amber Distilleries in California, then it would become a nationwide deal. But for the time being, it's actually going to be cast and bottled in Vermont at Whistle Pig. Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. It's a nice light gold color, which is what you're going to find when you have a younger whiskey. See that there? This is put into what they call black brandy casks. I'm imagining the reason we call black brandy casks is probably recharred to be able to get more flavor out of them. Getting a lot of vanilla, which I expected, especially with the type of process they were talking about. Some apricot. Some berry. Interesting. And definitely getting the tones that you would get out of brandies or cognacs. More of that sweeter fruit smell. Definitely get a lot of that. Checking the windows, very few to no windows, which is going to tell me this is going to be a little more on the oilier side. And as I say that, the windows will really begin to form. So it's probably more the medium finish. It's probably going to coat the tongue fairly well, but I don't expect it to hang around very long. I expect it to kind of dissipate quickly as far as the flavor. So let's find out. Nice. Definitely on the sweeter side, which I kind of expected having the process they're talking about doing to be able to pull more of the flavors out of the wood. And quite a few windows are really beginning to form now, which would tell me it'd be drier, which it definitely is, because the flavor dissipated real fast, didn't hang around very long. Not very alcohol forward, very a little bit of a bite when you first sip it, but then it chills right out. Nice whiskey. One thing I found was some celebrity-sponsored bourbons and whiskeys and scotches and stuff like that is typically they make them as cheap as possible to be able to get the highest profit, hoping that their name will sell the product. Metallica did this one right. They actually went ahead and made a product that not only, talks about the song Blackened from the One album, if you're a Metallica fan, but at the same time, they did it right and produced a fine, nice whiskey. I think as time goes by, it's going to actually get just a little bit better. One thing here, talking about the batch, which in this case is batch number 92. What that means is that each batch at the distillery, when they put it in the cask and they put it in the rickhouse, not really a specified time frame. I guess it'd be at least a couple of months. While they're playing the music to the casks, to each batch, each member of the band picks certain songs that they want to actually play to the bourbon. Batch number 292 was selected by Kirk Hammett, which is the guitar player for Metallica. I'm not going to read the full list of songs here, but I'll read you a few of them. This particular whiskey right here has Heard, From Whom the Bell Tolls, Sad But True, Dream No More, Saint Anger, just to name a few. And tasting this, I think I hear Sad But True. Get it. Fine product. Dan, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Definitely a nice sipping whiskey. I like it. The best bourbon Scotch whiskey that's out there is one that you like to drink the way you like to drink it. This is a fine whiskey, being neat. I would almost probably recommend in some ways to have it on with like ginger ale. So it gives a little bit of spice back to it. Probably like I'd probably recommend like Canada Dry ginger ale versus Verner's ginger ale, mainly being that Canada Dry is a little bit less sweet compared to Verner's. This already being a fairly sweet whiskey to start off with, I think that the Verner's might be a little heavy for it, where the Canada Dry might be a little bit less on the sweet side and might balance it out a little bit better. Either that or just on rocks with a splash of water might just actually chill out that sweetness just a hair. Other than that, fine bourbon. Or sorry, fine whiskey. With that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic week. Oh, I'm sorry. Almost forgot. If you like what we do here at Eat and Eat, please hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom of the page and leave us a comment. Love to hear from you. Also on Wednesday, I post a picture of the bourbon Scotch whiskey we'll be tasting that day. This one's going to be Blackened by Metallica. So please go to Instagram, like the picture there. I'd really appreciate it. To all you metalheads out there, hope you have a fantastic weekend. Cheers.